everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, and with my channel I'll be sharing my experience as an entrepreneur and hopefully learn a thing or two from you. Okay, so for today we're going to be getting rid of this unit right here. I've changed my menu 4 times so far. When I initially got this unit, I had the idea of having a fryer, flat top grill, burners, oven, and the charcoal grill there too. But after slimming down my menu and figuring out what works the best for me, I need some new equipment. So I have somebody coming to pick this up tomorrow morning, and I have to clean it because it is dirty and I don't want to give him a dirty unit. So we're going to be cleaning that today and cleaning the rest of my trailer, closing it up for the winter. This is what the unit looks like right now. There's the orange tinginess all over, and there's crumbs under here from prior use. Everything just needs to be wiped down and scrubbed, and then it'll be ready to go. These are cast iron, so when I wipe them down with olive oil, that orangey tinginess will go away from it. And then this right here is kind of orangey as well, but that's because it was leaking from the snow melting and I didn't put a cover on the top. But that should also go away once I clean it down with the really heavy duty degreaser. I'll be also taking everything out of the oven, so all of this, oh, there's nothing in the oven. I forgot that I took everything out when the guy came and checked it out before he said he wanted to buy it. So all the stuff is actually up here. I had extra pans and stuff just because I wasn't using the oven. So that's already organized or taken out. But I still have to organize all that stuff that I took out though, and I have to find a new place for it. And I also have to measure the width because I'm getting a new freezer. All the new equipment I'll be getting, I will show you once it comes in, but as of right now, we're just going to clean this and get rid of it. Also, because it's winter, I have my big coat on and it's freezing, and over here I actually have my heater going to keep me warm as well, but it's about 35 degrees outside right now. I also will be unbolting this, and well, by me I mean I'm going to have help unbolting this from the floor and uninstalling it so the guy can come pick it up tomorrow. I'm also going to be wearing gloves because the degreaser and the flat grill cleaner can burn your skin, so I will be wearing gloves in the process as well. I'm starting off by spraying the whole flat top grill with the degreaser, and while that's sitting and getting all that grease and gunk off, I'm going to just be wiping down my whole burner top with the olive oil. I just used regular extra virgin olive oil to put on all this. I have very little left in the bottle, so I had to switch over to sunflower oil, but any oil would do fine to cover all of these. It took about like a half a bottle, I would say, to cover everything as well. There was a lot of extra water on that back wall when I was cleaning my thing, and the water's coming from up here where my ventilator is, and I didn't cover it, and the snow is melting, so it started dripping. And now that I cleaned all of that, it is dripping all the way down here. I just finished putting oil on all of these burners, and you can already tell that that rust color is going away. I usually put the oil on about 4 or 5 times a month, just whenever it started to look dry and like it needed to have more oil. But to prevent that rust color to even happen, you just put oil on it and it's good to go. I also put some oil on this one. I think I need to put a little extra because you can still see the rust on the bottom. Now on to scrubbing this flat top grill. This flat top grill is actually supposed to be shiny and silver and new after you use it, but I didn't use the black block. The black block is just a brand of grill cleaner that it's literally just a big block and you put it on top and you scrub it clean. But I didn't have one of those, so I'm just using a degreaser and a rag. It didn't come as clean as I wanted it to, and I'm just spraying some extra water to help like remove some stuff, but it was not working. But I can only do the best I can. What I got, because he's coming tomorrow. This unit actually sold very quickly. I put it on Facebook Marketplace, and within the first week I had so many offers. Like, people wanted this thing, and I was like, okay, because they wanted it as is, and I hadn't even cleaned it yet. So I was very excited to just get rid of it, and any cleaning I did to it was just better than nothing, and what I was actually selling it as, because I put pictures up of it, how it already is. So me cleaning it at all is just already a benefit to the person who was buying it. But the buyer was very nice, and I told him that I would clean it more than what it looked like as is. So I hope he's happy with the amount I got cleaned. The hardest part about cleaning this unit was this fryer section. My fryer in this unit was not good. It was very finicky. It would have to be set to the perfect spot on the knob so the grease wouldn't like burn and start smoking. Like, it would start smoking, like filling up my whole trailer. But if I turned it down just a smidge past it, it wouldn't be hot enough to fry stuff. So when it would burn over like that, it would bubble and boil over to the sides, and it would drip down, and it would make this huge mess, and then it would all get caked on because then it's burnt on. And this is also one of the reasons why I wanted to get rid of the unit, is because the fryer just was so annoying to deal with. So this is why I was just so happy to get rid of it. But also just the cleaning this whole thing was so annoying to do, like on a daily basis and even like a deep clean basis, because it was heavy, it was awkward. It wasn't something that I was used to using in the food industry. Usually fryers have a drain spout, and you would just open the drain spout and you would pour it through the filter and pour it into a grease bucket. Then you would clean up the inside of the fryer, and then you would clean the grease, and like that would be it. But with mine, I had a pan that had handles, and I would have to wait for the grease to completely cool because it'd be too hot to touch, and then awkwardly pour it from the corner of the pan, and it would make a huge mess because it would splash everywhere, and it just wasn't the best way to do it. I know all the grease is not going to come off, but I'm going to do the best I can. But that's kind of what happens when you have kitchen equipment. Also, when you have a normal fryer, you just throw this thing called a fry block, and it will take away all this gunk and stuff out of the inside of the fryer. But since mine is not like that, if I put in the fry block, it would boil over and then make an even bigger mess and not clean it properly. So I would have to get a giant pot of boiling water, put that pan and that flat top part into it, and then throw the fry block in, wait for it to boil, which took about like 45 minutes to boil, and then let it sit in there and then scrape it off afterwards. It would be like a 3-hour process to clean this fryer when it should just take 20 to 30 minutes. This is taking forever. Okay, so as of right now, there is actually a lot of water falling down from up here where my ventilator is, and that I did not cover, and it snowed, and now the snow is melting. So I have to take these off and hopefully not get soaked, because I think there's water pooling all inside of the creases. Okay, so what's actually going on is everything's pooling in the very, very corner where the water is, and it's dripping from there. So I think I just have to soak it up, and it's not in each of these crevices. So that's a good thing. But I still have to stop the water. I have officially declared that I was done scraping this fryer slash grill because I was working on it for about 2 hours and I was just wanting to get the rest of it clean. So I'm cleaning this part, which was fairly simple, and the rest of it was actually fairly simple to clean because it was just surface level dirt instead of like deep, like grimy grease that I needed to scrape off. And if you were curious, olive oil does freeze. Actually, most oil does freeze, but just put it back in room temperature and it will turn back into its regular form. This is where I was scraping all the grease out from earlier, but I'm just setting them aside so I can clean them later. I had to change out my bottle of solution because it was gone, and this package came with 3 bottles of solution and 1 spray top, but the spray top was not coming off because once you lock it on there, it doesn't come off because of how strong the chemical is. So I just had to pour the solution just onto the surface that I was cleaning. And after 2.5 hours, everything is clean to the best of my ability. I know there's still some grease by the fryer, but hey, it's a fryer. It's gonna have some grease on the side. But with all that said and done, it is 9:30 p.m. and I did not have time to uninstall this. So if you want to see me uninstall this and give it off to the buyer, come check out my video next week. That's all I have for you today. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe and I will see you next week. Bye!